Hey there, Mary Sheila here from BioYouth Labs, and I'm just in my garden pruning back my thornless blackberry vines. This is something I do every end of the season, is just go ahead and cut them all the way down to the ground so that next year it's all brand new growth. And it's such a metaphor for us. This is the time of year for what can we cut back in our lives? What can we change? What can we do differently? What can we follow through and finish so that we create less stress in our own lives? This is important because it's an opportunity. The seasons change and so can we. So it's a real opportunity for growth, for coming back in, for acknowledging what's important to us and how we want to lead into the next season of our own life. So I just want to share with you some ways to approach that mentality. And the first one is the word follow through. This is something that I learned from my Ayurveda teacher. And it was just the idea that this is the season when things are cutting back and going more dormant, of following through. Like, what do we need to finish that's on our plate? Do we need to follow through by saying, I'm good, I'm done, I'm giving this back to you, it's no longer serving me? Is it actually finishing something and then being complete with it? Or is it, maybe deciding that we don't need to finish it and we are complete with where we're at? Wherever that is, it doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, I have to stay up, the next 2 weeks until 3 a.m. to finish this project. That's not what I mean, but follow through. What can you follow through on, right? The next thing I want to say when it comes to this season of kind of finding more grounding and finding more ways to, just sort of tap into what we want to be different, is to make sure we're not leaving out nourishment, right? And I probably am like a broken record when I'm going to tell you this next one, but my advice here is just make sure you start your day with a good, nourishing breakfast. You don't always know what's going to happen for the rest of the day. You don't always know how everything's going to unfold. And if you can have that good foundation built at the beginning of the day, you're going to then be able to just navigate more unknowns with that grounding cord of blood sugar balance, of stability, of nourishment. It really is key. And then the next tip I want to give you is, within our days, we have to build in little times for us to kind of reconnect, to ground, to breathe. So that would be taking little breaks throughout the day. For a lot of us, we're home more, and we might be a lot of people are working from home still more. No matter what, take, a few breaths in between the different tasks that you have, like between work and eating, between eating and parenting, between parenting and caregiving, between that and having to get in your car and go do something, taking little breaks. It could be a 5-minute, 2-minute breathing break. It could be 3 breaths. It could be a 5, 10, 15-minute walk. Just breaking it up to be able to reconnect to ourselves and our own, who we are, and remembering that space of here I am. That is so key, because that's how we kind of tap into that resilience and stay connected to ourselves, to our goals. And it's your right. We can be busy, but we can be busy with space in between. And then the next and last tip I want to give you is that the word no, N-O, is a complete sentence. It is okay to say no. And especially when we start to take those little breaks, that's when we can tap into, is this something I really want or need or not? Tapping into no thank you. Tapping into no thank you, I'm not going to maybe make the 12 dozen of cookies like I usually do because it's not going to serve me. Or no thank you, I don't think I can make it tonight or next week because maybe that just doesn't feel right. We don't want to be doing things out of obligation, out of annoyance, whatever it is that we feel when we're like, ugh, I really don't want to do that. Change it up. Maybe you can even suggest, hey, instead of meeting at that place where you know that it's not where you really want to be, maybe we could meet for a walk, or maybe we can meet at the picnic table and I'll bring some hot tea, right? You can change it up to make it work for you, right? No is a complete sentence. And I also love sometimes just adding something on there. You know, my mom used to always say, whenever dessert was offered, oh, no, thank you. I've had enough sugar in my lifetime. And it was like, nobody ever argued with her. Everyone was like, oh, wow, okay. And I have another client that says, oh, no, thank you. I love that, but I don't love how it makes me feel. And again, it's something people can't argue with. It's more of, you know, if they do, that's not respectful. So it's respecting yourself enough to know, and it's allowing other people to respect your choices, okay? So this is the season of follow through. I'm following through with my beautiful thornless blackberries and cutting them to the ground to support them in their growth for next year. Where can I follow through in my own life, right? I'm going to wake up each day and nourish myself because I don't know what the day is going to hold, and I'm going to build my strong foundation each and every day. And 3, I am going to take breaks with my breath, with my feet, moving about if I need to, maybe sometimes just stepping outside. And 4, I know that it's okay for me to stay connected to my goals, and that means sometimes I have to say no. Okay? So I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the community, and I will see you soon. And if you have any other tips or things that support you in staying connected to yourself, I would love to hear them, and I'm sure others will too. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.